tonight's BlackTop conversation piece. It's about one of the greatest of all time when it comes to basketball, and I'll say when it comes to off the basketball court as well. Okay, Kobe Bryant. We want to know, what did that tragedy teach you? And it doesn't necessarily have to be about Kobe. It could be about life in general. You know what I'm saying? So we finna dive into this conversation. And after we speak our piece, we'll open the phone lines to our listeners to give us a call here at 804-402-2893. All right, but let's touch on some thoughts, okay? And first off, again, big shout out and prayers to the families of those victims. We definitely send you strength and positivity throughout this tragic event. But I'm gonna tell you, man, when this first got the news, I was coaching basketball. And so when I heard the news, or when the news was told to me, I didn't believe it at all.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, man, it couldn't be. Because I guess you have that sense of thinking that somebody like a Kobe Bryant, we have this, right, like a sense of immortality for people of that nature, that stature. You know what I'm saying? We see him doing great things for himself and his daughter. You like, nah, that couldn't possibly happen.
Yeah. Right.
But I feel like a moment like this let us know that death doesn't care how rich you are.
It
don't care how famous you are, how many followers you got, what you got going on, if you got an Oscar or NBA championship, black, white, Hispanic, it doesn't matter. Like, when it's time, it's that time. So I think in lieu of that, you should live every second as if it's your last.
I agree.
I went back and watched some of those Kobe Bryant interviews, even before he died, and just hearing how he talked, it was almost like he knew, or he had a sense that something like this was going to happen. So he used to say all the time he was very pressured to have family time, to spend time with his daughters, because that moment may be taken away from him.
Yeah.
So it definitely showed me the type of father I want to be, to where I'm going to be so pressured about having that time with my kids, because I could drop dead at any point. You know what I'm saying? But I would say the biggest lesson that I took from it was just to make sure that, you understand that the next second isn't really guaranteed.
Yeah.
So you got to do what's best and put your best foot forward right now. You can't, because tomorrow is just a word. It's not really a reality. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that's the biggest thing I took from it. Milan, what you take from it?
I think I took from it to definitely just make sure you tell the people who you love and you care about that you love, and you care about them as much as you can, and you spend time with them as much as you can. Like, we all get caught up in our own things, but you got to remember what's important and who's important. Like, at times like this, you just kind of think about, like, that happened so unexpectedly. Like, it could easily be somebody that I'm super close with tomorrow. And I didn't get to say what I wanted to say to them, or do what I wanted to do with them, or show them the affection and love that I should have showed them while they were here. So I think that's what I got out of it the most. And I have a young child, so I just thought about, as a mom, like, it's certain things you just got to do. Make sure that you do everything with your child that you can. Because you don't ever want to feel like you don't have enough time, or you didn't do it in enough time. So I think that's the biggest thing I got out of that.
And that's the hardest thing is, like, from what I was told, my pops sometimes would tell me, man, as a parent, you never want to bury your kids.
Right.
You want your kids to bury you.
Exactly.
And
I think a lot of people have that in mind, as far as everybody just is going to live a long, healthy life and then die of natural causes, but we never think about the freak accidents or the tragedies like this. Like, a car accident can happen to anybody, or, I mean, well, we don't fly in helicopters every day, but I mean, you never know.
Right.
Like, it could be anything.
Anything. I mean, I've seen 1,000 ways to die before.
I was gonna say, you could choke on a chicken bone instantly.
The smallest thing. It's just amazing how fragile life really is, man. But I do want to say this before we get to worldwide thought, because I really got to say, man, most people are paying so much attention to Kobe, which I get it. Out of all the victims, he's the most notified person that we know. But part of why I felt so bad was also because of the daughter.
Yeah.
13 years, man. 13 years,
Still a
you
baby.
didn't have a chance to step out off the front porch yet.
Nope.
You just starting to get a glimpse of what life may be looking like for you.
And she was already doing so many great things.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
she had a very bright future. So it's
Yep.
like, dang, like, it's almost like I wonder, like, what if?
What if?
Right.
Yeah. And one thing I'm like that went on in my mind is Kobe. He left a huge legacy from the people that interacted with him most to them saying, "Hey, well, he was there to answer my call." I want to be that one that leaves a huge legacy.
Right.
Yep.
Regardless of what age I do go, I want to be like, yeah, well, my girl, she did this. I want my family to say, hey, well, Raquel was this. She was stubborn, but like she was still for other people instead of just for self. So yeah, he was it.
Amazing, man. Amazing soul. And worldwide, of course, we grew up playing ball. You know what I'm saying? So I believe if you've ever touched a basketball, you were somehow, some way influenced by Kobe Bryant, whether you were a fan or not, man. I used to practice in the backyard and pretend I was playing against him, and I wasn't even a Kobe fan. But it touched me so much how much he impacted you, even if you never even watched basketball. You knew the name.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's amazing. But what do you think, Worldwide? What was the biggest thing you took away from that event?
Well, sort of like what Skip Bayless was saying. At first, I always resort to myself, like we gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Like it's inevitable.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna die, and that's something I struggle with. And so you start thinking about your legacy, and when I die, it's just my family gonna be there.
Right.
Is my community gonna care? You know what I'm saying? Is tomorrow gonna be a regular day? Or is the whole world gonna get shut down like when Kobe died?
I think about that all the time.
I fear death, and it's like I shouldn't, but I love life so much that I want to live forever, and only legends live forever. And so I try to give back to my community as much as I can, give back to my friends as much as I can, because I want to leave a legacy.
Absolutely.
When I die, and sometimes we have a hard time trying to figure out what our legacy gonna be,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And sometimes we probably shouldn't even be thinking about it. We should just be doing what we're supposed to do.
Absolutely.
And that's what
Yeah,
Kobe
sure.
was doing.
Living
Kobe
in
wasn't really thinking about legacy. He was just doing it, focusing on what he do
Right.
to the highest level. And
Right.
it just so happens, since you at the best,
Exactly.
you the best, you don't have no choice but to leave a legacy. So
Yeah.
I think if I take something from that for myself, it's going to be just go hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go hard with everything I do.
Yeah.
And just see where the cards fall when it's over. You know what I'm saying? So.
I respect that, man. Well, we asked this question on Facebook also to our listeners, but I will say this as well. I'm so proud of Kobe Bryant because he was a great representation for us black men, for the black culture as well, man.
Yeah.
Like he represented black fatherhood amazingly. Cause the world already thinks that we deadbeats. We don't raise our kids well. We're not good parents. We're just a bad image as a whole, black people. But he definitely represented the culture and the community in an amazing way. So that's why I feel like I feel really bad about it because it's like, man, he was the icon for us.
I'm gonna be honest with you though. I as a basketball player, I couldn't stand the Lakers.
Same.
I'm not even gonna lie. I could not stand the Lakers. But once he retired and you got to see the actual person he was, I started to like him. Yeah. And then I started to follow the stuff that he was doing and see how good of a father he was. And the reason why he got the helicopter is to be around his family more so he wouldn't sit in traffic. So like I fell in love with that person. I didn't fall in love with Kobe the player because I always thought he was a ball hog. But I did fall in love with the
I think it's the East Coast thing. We really won't, into that.
Yeah.
We got a dog coming in the studio. We wasn't into the West Coast players like that, but Kobe, at the end of every game, they used to always show him going to the tunnel and hug his daughters.
Yep. Sure
his
will.
whole career. And I remember even when they was little. Used to grab and pick them up. And that's the first image I had when I heard about the death.
Yeah.
Was like his daughter used to always pick her up after the game. She was always there. Like she was always a part. Even though I ain't like him on the court.
Right.
I always used to remember that at the end of the game.
Yeah.
You know, the kids used to run to him, used to pick him up. And that's crazy.
It's amazing, man. It's amazing. Well, let's get to some of these answers here, because we do have some people who reacted to our question on Facebook. Again, what did Kobe's unfortunate tragedy teach you? And we open up the phone lines too as well. Again, the number to call is 804-402-2893. Tell us what was the biggest lesson or the biggest note that you took from what happened to the unfortunate event of Kobe Bryant. So let's get to some answers here. Shout out to TJ Dabney, who says, here today, gone tomorrow. Literally. Yeah, just that quick.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nate Harrison, who says, never trust a soul, not even the person servicing your helicopter.
Wow.
Interesting. Shout out to Justin Hanau, who says, always tell your loved ones you love them before leaving. Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Yeah, because I'll be subject to that. I necessarily don't do it as much as I supposed to.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely they
That's
could.
important.
I think everybody could be guilty of that, especially take advantage of your close family. Like I don't get to tell my brother, my father, and mom, dad, everybody that often. So
Yeah. I'm really bad at calling people back too. Gotta get better at doing that.
Good to know.
That's a black
Get better
staple.
at doing that.
That's a staple in the black community. Anytime they say I'm gonna call you back, man, you ain't calling me back, bro. Hell been the froze over twice. Shout out to
A week later, when am I supposed to call somebody?
terrible, man. But shout out to Makita Denise, who says that if you're going to go for it hard. He was always a go-getter, and I respect the F word out of it.
Okay.
Yes.
Now.
Well, yeah, live every second as if it's your last. Shout out to Tanika Fagans, who says, stop saying after you retire, you're going to do more of the things you love then.
True that.
No, do it all, live it all today, right now.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But that's real, though.
Yeah.
That's real. Well, shout out to that. And I'll give it to the last answer here. Shout out to Xavier Handsome, who says he and Nipsey were cool and Kobe was on the same type of moves. As far as, I guess, with Nipsey, he was improving the community.
Yeah.
And Kobe was on that same page, too, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I just, man.
That's like hard, back to back, like two of them, like the top of the year. We just got over one. We fully ain't even get over that one yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Back again.
I tell you what us black people gotta stop doing, though. We gotta stop thinking the Illuminati got something to do with all this. Please, God, stop all of that, man. Kobe was out here working with the white bear. You know you gotta sell your soul. Stop that, man.
It's number 13. He had 13 minutes.
Yeah,
13.
I was just
Showing
like-
the shot clock. What are you talking about?
You making up stuff now.
Thank you so much for watching our video. Now, if you don't mind, can you do us one more favor? Hit that subscribe button and also tap that bell notification. That way you're alerted about all of our live content, our live episodes, behind the scenes information, also live interviews with some of your favorite guests, and plus many more right here on BlackTop TV. Also, if you need more information about the show, follow us on Instagram, the BlackTop. That's DABLACKTOP, and you know me. Ha! I'm a poet, ain't even know it. I rhyme all the time. And that's about it.